Generating and reviewing pay stubs in TriNet is one of those routine HR tasks that should be straightforward, yet it consistently creates headaches for managers, HR admins, and employees alike. When pay stubs are delayed, inaccurate, or impossible to find, it creates immediate friction. Employees start worrying about whether their tax withholdings are correct, whether their benefits contributions were properly deducted, or if their direct deposit amount matches what they actually earned. For administrators, generating these documents incorrectly or missing a discrepancy in payroll review can lead to compliance issues, incorrect tax filings, and hours spent untangling reporting errors. Understanding how to navigate TriNet's platform for both sides of the coin, admin-level pay stub generation and employee-level stub review, is essential for smooth operations. Whether you are using TriNet's PO co-employment solution or their standalone HR platform, the system automates a lot of the heavy lifting, but you still need to know where to go, what to look for, and how to verify that every line item is accurate. Let's start with the administrator's perspective, generating pay stubs and previewing payroll. As a manager or HR admin, your job begins before the money ever hits an employee's bank account. Under the Payroll Administration tab in the TriNet portal, you have access to the payroll processing grid. This is where hours, salaried rates, bonuses, commissions, and manual line item adjustments are entered. Before you hit submit, TriNet allows you to run a payroll preview. This stage is critical because it generates draft versions of the pay stubs across your entire workforce. When you run that preview, you are looking at the exact calculations for federal, state, and local tax withholdings, alongside pre-tax and post-tax benefit deductions. Generating pay stubs accurately depends entirely on the input data, accurate time tracking entries, updated Form W-4 tax elections, and proper employee setup for multi-state tax jurisdictions. If an employee moved to a different state or changed their withholding allowances and it was not updated in their core profile prior to the payroll run, the generated pay stub will reflect incorrect tax withholdings. Once the payroll is approved and processed, TriNet generates the official electronic pay stubs, making them instantly available in the platform on payday. Now, let me address the employee perspective, how to find, review, and read a TriNet pay stub. Employees often struggle simply finding where their statements live. Upon logging into the TriNet web dashboard or the TriNet mobile app, navigate directly to the Money section, then select Payroll or Pay Statements. Here, employees can view a complete history of their earnings, typically going back 14 months or more. The pay stub is divided into several distinct sections, and knowing how to audit each section is key to catching errors early. The top portion displays basic administrative details, the company name, employee name, pay period start and end dates, pay date, and the last 4 digits of the Social Security number or employee ID. Below that comes gross earnings. This line item details regular hours worked, overtime hours, holiday pay, PTO hours, and any custom earnings like sales commissions or performance bonuses. Hourly workers should always double-check that their total logged hours match their approved timesheets and that overtime rates are calculated accurately at 1.5 times their standard hourly rate. Next is the deduction section, which is usually where most questions arise. TriNet breaks down deductions into statutory withholdings and voluntary deductions. Statutory withholdings include federal income tax, Social Security tax at 6.2%, Medicare tax at 1.45%, and any applicable state or local income taxes or state disability insurance. Voluntary deductions include employee contributions toward health, dental, and vision insurance premiums, retirement plan contributions like a 401k, flexible spending accounts, or health savings accounts. It is crucial to check whether these voluntary deductions are marked as pre-tax or post-tax. Pre-tax deductions reduce your overall taxable gross income, which lowers the federal and state tax withheld from your check. Finally, at the bottom of the stub, you will see net pay and year-to-date totals. Net pay is the actual amount remitted via direct deposit or paper check, calculated as gross earnings minus total deductions and taxes. The YDD column tracks cumulative earnings, withholdings, and deductions from January 1st of the current calendar year up to the current pay period. Reviewing YDD totals regularly helps ensure that contribution limits for 401k plans or HSAs are not exceeded, and that income tax withholdings line up with your expected annual tax obligation. So, what is the actionable takeaway for both admins and employees? For HR managers and payroll admins, never skip the payroll preview step. Always cross-reference timekeeping records, PTO requests, and recent life event changes against the preview draft before finalizing the run. If you discover a mistake after payroll processes, generating a manual check, off-cycle payment, or historical adjustment in TriNet requires extra administrative cycles. For employees, make it a habit to review your TriNet pay stub on every payday, rather than just checking your bank account balance. Open the PDF statement, check your gross pay against your tracked hours, verify that your benefit deductions match your elections, and ensure your tax withholdings reflect your current filing status. Catching a discrepancy in week 1 prevents massive tax surprises when W-2 forms are issued at year-end. By mastering these navigation steps inside TriNet, both employers and employees can keep payroll smooth, compliant, and error-free.